People are getting older these days. According to the National Bureau of Statistics, by the end of 2025, the number of people over 60 in China has reached 323 million, accounting for 23%. It's projected to exceed 400 million around 2035. What does that mean? Roughly 1 in every 3 Chinese people will be an elderly person. People aging isn't the problem. The problem is the structure. More and more elderly, but fewer and fewer people to care for them. And this will become a real issue every family has to face. So what do we do? A while back, the Liu Run Book Club was honored to invite Mr. He Zeri. He's the head of elderly care technology at the National Intelligence Social Governance Pilot Base and the author of Aging Without Worry. That conversation was incredibly insightful. We talked about elderly care, about ARI, and the business opportunities behind an aging population. I'm sharing this video with you. 1. A water meter. How does it help elderly living alone? Talking elderly care with Mr. He. What struck me most was the silence of the elderly. He said, "Many elderly clearly need help, but they never ask for it. Dizziness, leg pain. They won't tell their children, afraid of being a burden. If the need is never voiced, it's easily treated as if it doesn't exist." So what's the solution? Mr. He shared a case study. In Shanghai's Yangpu district, Changbai Shinsuan subdistrict installed smart water meters for 128 elderly residents living alone. These meters require no action from the elderly. They do just one thing: monitor water usage 24/7. If daily usage drops below 0.1 cubic meters, the person may have gone all day without drinking or using the bathroom. If it exceeds 2 cubic meters, maybe the water was left running or something's wrong. Once the alert is triggered, family and the family doctor team are notified immediately. No robots, no fancy equipment either, just a water meter, a back-end system, plus an on-site response mechanism. Not cool, even a bit low-tech, but it works. Teacher, he said, the cleverest part of this plan is choosing the water meter. Cameras make seniors feel watched and uncomfortable. Wristbands are a hassle to wear every day. A water meter doesn't watch or listen and requires no effort from the senior. It simply uses the most everyday water usage to gauge whether their life is still running normally. So technology isn't necessarily better when it's more advanced. It might actually be. The closer it is to daily life, the better. 2. How ARI understands the silence of the elderly. A water meter can detect one abnormal water usage event, but some problems don't happen suddenly. They hide in subtle changes day after day. That's where ARI proves its value. Teacher, he once visited an elderly person living alone, whose children were abroad year-round. His life had always been very regular. At their first meeting, the old man spoke very slowly and reacted slowly too. Teacher, he thought at the time, he's getting older, so it's probably normal. But what people see is often a single moment, while ARI sees changes over a period of time. After long-term observation, the ARI sensing system found the old man was watching TV for longer and longer and talking less and less. He also went out less often. Looking at any single change alone, it seems like nothing. But when several signals stack up, the system issues an alert. The elderly man may have shown early signs of cognitive decline. After the warning, services followed right away. A caregiver visits 3 times a week to do cognitive training with him, assembling tangram puzzles. A few months later, teacher, he went to see him again. The old man could already chat at a normal pace. Teacher, he was deeply moved. He was silently expressing a need, and I didn't catch it, but ARI did. ARI isn't more empathetic than humans. It's better at sustained observation. I think this offers a lesson for those in elderly care services. In the past, many products focused on fall alerts, high demand but low frequency, and by the time it's detected, it's already happened. What's truly high frequency are the daily changes in seniors' lives. Eating, sleeping, going out, water usage. The needs hidden in those daily shifts that seniors never voice out loud may well be the gateway to future elderly care services. 3rd, the silver economy is tough to crack. Spotting a need is only the first step. Turning that need into a sustainable business is another matter. Teacher, he said, the silver economy has a counterintuitive pattern. Those who've never tried it think the opportunity is huge. Those who have know how hard it is to make money. Where's the difficulty? Take the math of a nursing home, for example. Land, rent, renovation, care costs all add up. It often takes 8 to 10 years to break even, with annual profit under 10%. It's a tough, low-margin business, so a big market doesn't mean the business model works. Now look at how seniors spend money. You buy your parents a 599 yuan wristband. Their first reaction isn't whether it works well, it's how much it cost. The moment they hear the price, they say it's too expensive, waste of money. But open up their purchase history. 3 bags of rice, 4 boxes of tissues, a big bottle of laundry detergent. Why buy so much? Probably because of the discount deal. So it's not that seniors don't spend, it's just that every penny they spend, they weigh it carefully. Is it expensive? Is it worth it? Then they compare prices across 3 stores, even 10. The silver economy is hard because having needs doesn't equal having orders. So what do seniors really value? What is it, exactly? The answer may lie in lining up for free eggs. 4. What seniors want isn't just cheap prices. A new store opens near the neighborhood. A group of seniors, rain or shine, queue for half an hour, all for a bottle of oil and a few eggs. They clearly have enough at home, so why still queue? Teacher: he initially thought they were just after a bargain. Later he realized what seniors really want to confirm is, I'm still useful. When they were young, they were the backbone of the factory, the pillar of the family. Earning money and running the household was how they proved their worth. After retirement, they went from taking care of others to being taken care of, from having the final say at home to being reminded of everything. So when a senior carries eggs home and says, I got something today, there's a hint of pride in their voice. What they bring home isn't just eggs, it's a confirmation that they can still do something for the family. This also explains why some seniors are easily swayed by health supplement salespeople. What attracts them? It's not just about the product, but someone genuinely listening to him, praising his experience, making him feel he still matters. Building the silver economy isn't just about seeing seniors' needs, but also their sense of worth and dignity. However, reducing the silver economy to just selling to the elderly still underestimates this market. It has another half, the pre-aging economy. How to understand it? People who aren't old yet, but are already preparing. Teacher: he said, the silver economy isn't just elder care, but also pre-aging preparation, serving those who aren't old yet, but are already anxious about aging. Herbal teas, gym memberships, blood pressure monitors, massage devices. These purchases aren't just products, but a form of psychological comfort. I'm already preparing for the future. Middle-aged people are especially prone to this anxiety. In psychology, there's a happiness U-curve. Ages 40 to 60 often hit the lowest point, caring for aging parents and raising kids, the heaviest responsibilities and the strongest anxiety. There are many ways to ease anxiety: exercise, meditation, seeing a therapist, but these all take time. What's the fastest way? Ordering online, spending to ease the fear of aging. So uncertainty about the future becomes a commodity with a price tag. In China, people aged 40 to 60 number about 430 million. They support their parents aging while preparing for their own. This isn't a small group. It affects hundreds of millions of families. So the silver economy, it's not a simple business selling products for the elderly, but rather a business preparing for old age. It's about finding the connection point between anxiety and certainty. 6. Avoid 2 misconceptions in elderly care. Wrapping up the conversation. Teacher: he mentioned 2 common misconceptions. First, when people talk about elderly care, they think of nursing homes. The National Health Commission has noted China's elderly care follows roughly a 97-3 structure. About 90% of seniors age at home, 7% in community care, 3% in institutional care. In other words, the vast majority of Chinese people will ultimately grow old in their own homes. What they truly need help with is whether something's wrong when they get up at night, whether they've eaten meals on time today, whether someone's been in the bathroom too long. The main battlefield of elderly care in China isn't nursing homes, but the bedside, the bathroom, and the kitchen. So for Chinese families, how to keep seniors at home while still ensuring they're well cared for is a direction more worth focusing on. The second misconception is that elderly care means selling devices. Over the past few years, many companies, when it comes to elderly care, just make smart mattresses, wristbands, and fall sensors. Yet few have truly succeeded. Why? Because repurchase is slow and products become commoditized, and they're easily left unused. More importantly, seniors don't just need a device, but after the device detects an anomaly, whether someone can respond in time. After all, selling the hardware doesn't mean elderly care services have been delivered. In Teacher, his pilot programs in Hangzhou and Wuhan, he saw a model that was very inspiring, called Smart Devices Plus Support Services. What does that mean? Users subscribe annually. Monitoring devices installed at home. Once an anomaly is detected, like no water usage for a long time or increased frequency of visits, the system automatically triggers an alert and dispatches help. Someone arrives within 30 minutes. If nothing happens in a year, you've bought peace of mind. If something does happen, you've bought a lifeline. Devices are just the entry point. The system is the tool. Services are the cash flow. Ongoing support is what builds long-term relationships. So the real opportunity in China's elderly care isn't building more nursing homes or selling more devices. It's connecting devices, systems, services, and community resources so seniors can stay home and still be well cared for. After hearing this talk, I have 3 takeaways. First, Everyone grows old. Elderly care is our own business. Talking about elderly care today is really talking about ourselves 30 years from now. How we hope to be treated in the future is how we should design elderly care systems today. Second, there's a line in Teacher, his book, that stuck with me. When we grow old, RE isn't there to control us more, but to lift us up. So the essence of RE elderly care isn't replacing family love. It's filling the gaps where human care can't reach. No matter how devoted the children are, they can't know 24/7 whether their parents have eaten. RE doesn't make people care less about seniors. It makes care more timely, more specific. Third, the real silver economy is delivering dignity to seniors. Seniors aren't just data waiting to be monetized. They still need the right to choose, a sense of value, and a life of respect. Aging isn't just a change that affects the elderly. It's a future we will all enter. That future needs the support of technology and the warmth of human connection. I hope we can all have a gentle future. Follow Liu Run.